Wings of Obsidian. On the grand stage of the Opéra Garnier, Camille Dubois stood tall and regal, her voice soaring like a celestial tapestry woven with raw emotion. The audience sat in hushed awe, their eyes fixed on her as she sang, her tone captivating even the most hardened of hearts. Despite her successes and the admiration of her peers, Camille was haunted by a recurring nightmare, a monstrous raven with obsidian feathers and eyes that burned like hot coals. Its croaking voice echoed in the darkness of her dreams, promising unimaginable power and untold secrets. As she sang Ophelia's aria one fateful night, the nightmare bled into reality. The air seemed to shimmer and twist, and from the rafters above descended a raven unlike any she had ever seen, larger and more menacing than any creature of its kind. Its gaze was fixed on her, and as their eyes met, a jolt of energy shot through Camille. Her voice took on a new, chilling resonance, mesmerizing the audience who erupted into thunderous applause. But within Camille, a darkness began to stir, a hunger for something more than mere adulation. As she continued to sing, the raven watched from the shadows, its croaks becoming whispers in her mind. It promised her power beyond imagination, fueled by the souls of her enraptured listeners. Camille's once pure voice took on a ravenous edge, twisting melodies into macabre lullabies. The audience, initially entranced by her performance, began to feel uneasy, their faces pale and drawn. A suffocating silence settled over the opera house, broken only by Camille's eerie song and the raven's ominous croaks, both performer and bird becoming one, leaving a trail of fear and chaos in their wake. As the darkness thickened, Camille noticed a movement in the corners of her vision. Soft feathers sprouted and brushed against her skin in an unsettling caress. As she gazed into the golden-framed mirrors surrounding her, she saw a frightening change in her reflection. Her eyes shone like glowing embers, and her voice developed an unearthly rasp. She clung to the purity of the melody, determined not to succumb to the alluring whispers of the raven. But as she stood on the stage, a longing stirred within her, a craving for the freedom promised by the raven's tempting words. With the darkness inside propelling her, Camille unleashed the full potential of her transformed voice. The vibrations from her song flooded the opera house, creating an eerie hum that reverberated in every space. Rather than being entranced, the audience is consumed with terror. They screamed and clung to each other. Feeding off of their vital energy, Camille gained power with each deadly note that escaped her lips. Camille felt herself succumbing to the blackbird's clutches, its influence too strong to resist. Suddenly, a frail old woman's voice cuts through the chaos with a counter-melody that speaks of ages past and enduring strength. Hearing this song of defiance, the darkness within Camille wavers. In a moment of wrenching awareness, she understands that the blackbird offers no power. It steals souls from its victims and feeds on their essences to sustain its monstrous form. Camille let out a desperate wail, fighting against the tight grip of the raven. She danced and sang, each resounding note and unchoreographed movement rebelling against the raven's dark hold, forcing it back into shadows where it belonged. The raven screeched, its hundreds of obsidian eyes casting a ghostly glow against the gilded moldings. As Camille poured her newfound resolve into the counter-melody, the raven shrank, its feathers disintegrating into a swirl of dust until it was nothing more than a wisp of smoke curling in the shadows. Camille collapsed onto the stage, her voice strained but victorious. The audience, still shaking from the experience, stood and clapped, their applause not just for the performance, but for the brave woman who had used her voice to fight against the darkness. Though forever marked by the encounter, Camille knew the darkness still lurked in the shadows, hungry for another voice to consume. But she stood ready, her voice imbued with the chilling resonance of the raven's lullaby, a perpetual symbol of the struggles she had endured and the delicate essence of humanity. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Thank you for watching.